What is up, guys? We are facing Black Widow Yelena Belova on expert mode, playing as Hawkeye Clint Barton right here. And yeah, we are going for a super thematic matchup today. So if you guys do not know, I am not the biggest fan of Hawkeye as a character actually, but after watching the show on Disney Plus, Hawkeye, I actually liked Hawkeye a lot more. But in Marvel Champions, I am still not sold on him here. So yeah, we're gonna be doing the mag matchup where Hawkeye, faces Black Widow, and we are using a protection deck here for no real reason. I just wanted to put the what doesn't kill me here. So we have 3 copies of this to help us recover and heal because Hawkeye is squishy. He needs to recover and heal, and he also wants to ready up his bow. With 3 copies of energy barriers, we have the Night Nurse, 3 repurpose to repurpose the energy barriers and give us more readies. We have a couple of protection allies right here. We have Helicarrier, Endurance, both the Nick Furies, Professor X, 3 of the basic doubles, Queen Care, and Avengers Nation. So this is our deck build here against Black Widow. And I've faced Black Widow before playing as Maria Hill as a part of the campaign. And you guys let me know, and I also felt that way as well. But Maria Hill completely nullified Black Widow's effect here. So Black Widow has a Force Interrupt. When a character you control attacks her, remove 1 threat from the main scheme, and discard the top card of the encounter deck and resolve each prep ability on that card. So yeah, whenever we faced her, Maria Hill never ever attacked Black Widow the entire game because she has ways to do damage without actually attacking, like with her supports and the Iliad and those shield supports over there. So we never trade that Force Interrupt. So Hawkeye will be the first time that I actually play Black Widow how she wants to play and do those preparation cards for us. So yeah, that's what we're gonna face her here, and we'll see what happens here. Maybe we can pull this off, maybe not. I'm not sure how Hawkeye's gonna do. All right, let's go ahead and get the setup here for the scenario. So main scheme stage 1A says each player searches the encounter deck for a minion and puts it into play engaged with them. So I think we're all shuffled up here. Let's look for a minion, and we put it into play engaged with us. I don't like that guy. He's 5 life. Well, let's get the quick strike guy. So here's quick strike, but we are in alter ego when we start the game off, so quick strike will not go through. Just 1 scheme, 2 attack, 3 hit points on this aim commando right here. So we are now engaged with the minion, and we shuffle up the encounter deck here. And then let's advance the main scheme to stage 1B. Starts out with 2 per player threat, and then Black Widow has a 1 of you effect to place 2 per player threat on the main scheme, so it's going to have not just 2 but 4 with that initial threat. We're all shuffled up for the encounter deck, 4 starting threat on the main scheme, and the main scheme goes up by X per player per turn, and X equal to Black Widow's stage number. So since she's on stage 2, it's going to go up by 2 threat per turn. All right, I don't know how we're going to throw that out. If this hits 10, then we lose the game. Okay, let's do our mulligans, drop to a hand here of 6, and see what we get. We got a double. That always feels great with Hawkeye. Okay, let's see. So I don't need this. Wait, that can kill the minion. I might need this. Oh, I like the confuse here as well, but we won't only do 1. I think we just take care of the minion first, so I can mulligan that and that. And I like the double here with Daredevil. Night Nurse is not terrible either. Do I just keep this hand here? Because if I just get 2 more cards, I mean, I need to grab my bow, I need to play Explosive Arrow, and then I need to play Daredevil, and I'll be short a resource for Night Nurse. We'll just keep this hand. Okay, let's go and get started. So weapon of choice action. Spend 1 resource of any type to search your deck and discard off for Hawkeye's bow, and it adds to your hand. So let's toss the repurpose here as 1 resource, and we can look through our deck and discard off for Hawkeye's bow, adds your hand. Where is our trusty bow? Right here, 0 cost upgrade, we add to your hand. It's restricted. Your hero gets +1 attack, and each of your arrow attacks gain range, so we can ignore retaliates once we get our bow down. Let's shuffle up our player deck. All right, and then let's go ahead and play our bow here. And then, so now we get +1 attack. Let's flip up to hero form. So we have 3 attack here as Hawkeye. We could just actually swing to take out the aim commando. Let's see, but I need to play Daredevil. And do I just Sonic Arrow to confuse Black Widow? That would be really good, actually. Yeah, let's do that. So we're gonna use we're gonna swing here for 3 because we have +1 attack with the bow. Take out this aim commando. Then we're going to use 2 resources here to play Sonic Arrow, 2 cost event. As a hero action, exhaust Hawkeye's bow. So all of Hawkeye's arrow events, you have to exhaust the bow as a cost to use. So exhaust the bow, confuse enemy. Let's confuse Yelena Belova. And then do 3 damage to her. So that'll bring her from 16 down to 13. If she was already confused, then Then we do 5 damage. Oh, I forgot. Sorry, guys. Okay, before we do that, we have to trigger her prep. Sorry, guys. Okay, so we play the Sonic Arrow here, and it's a hero action attack. So Force Interrupt. It happens before the attack occurs. When a character you control attacks Black Widow, which we're attacking her right now, remove 1 threat from the main scheme, and discard top card in the encounter deck. And then there is no prep ability on the card, so we just discard it. Okay, nice. So everything else goes through as normal. We do 3 damage and confuse her. Then we're going to use a double resource here, so we can play a Daredevil. He's going to thwart for 2 from the main, drop that down to 1. And he'll take 2 consequence damage for thwarting, and that will end our turn. Let's ready up here and draw back up to our hands here 5 in our hero form. Oh snap, we got Nick and Mansion without a double. So I might just try to flip down here. Okay, Black Widow's turn. She's going to add X, which is equal to 2 because she's on stage 2. So man goes up to 3. She's going to attack us here. She gets a face down boost card. I think we just block here with Daredevil. Because, yeah, I think we block it. Yeah, let's defend with Daredevil. So she is with the base of 2, gets a boost card here of 1. So 3 damage, takes out Daredevil. Alright, then she's going to deal us 1 face down encounter card, which is a grappling hook attached to Black Widow. Force Interrupt. When a player plays an event, cancel its effects and discard it. Then discard this card. Oh man. Okay, so we want to play a cheap event to get rid of it. But I don't think I have that. The explosive arrow would be a cheap event to get rid of it. Oh man. Okay. All right. Let's back over to our turn here. I think I want to flip down. I want to probably play the mansion, play this thing. Or do we just cancel out the arrow thing? Maybe let's just do that. Let's get rid of the grappling hook. So this would be a resource here to play our expert marksman. It's a 1-cost upgrade. We exhaust to generate a wall resource for an arrow event. Let's do that. This would be a second resource here to play our arrow event, electric arrow. So when we play an event, we cancel its effects, discard it, and then we discard the grappling hook. So Black Widow canceled our effect there. And then I could just thwart, or I can attack and then trigger her Force Interrupt to remove a threat from the main scheme. So let's just do that. We're going to swing here for 3 on Black Widow. Force Interrupt. Whenever we attack, remove a threat from the main scheme. Drops it down 2. And then discard top card of the encounter deck. Come on, no prep. No prep again. So she is not preparing against Hawkeye here. So we do 3 damage here with a +1 with the bow. Brings from 13 down to 10. And then we're going to flip down to Alter Ego because we have her confused. That's going to end our turn. Let's right back up. So we want to draw a double to play with Nick Fury here. Drawing back up to 6 though. Oh man. Okay. All right. No double and the helicarrier. I don't know if I'm going to set up at all this game. Black Widow's turn, she's going to add 2 to the main because 2 is equal to X, goes up to 4. She schemes because we're in Alter Ego. She's fully confused there. Then we get dealt 1 face down counter card, which is Dance of Death. When viewed, deal 1 damage to a character you control. So we deal damage to Clint Barton. We drop down to an 8. It says deal 2 damage to a second character you control. Deal 3 damage to a third character you control. So since we don't have a second or third character, we don't have to do anything else. We just take a damage there. Okay, so that's really good that we don't have allies there. All right, that resolves that. She just kicked Hawkeye 1 time, and then her turn ended. All right, so it's backward to our turn. I mean, I feel like I gotta play Nick. How high tempo do I want to go here? Do I want to get the quiver down? I think we go for the quiver here. It would stink if we don't get an arrow event. I'm sure we will, right? Yeah, I'm sure it will. Okay, let's go and use 4 resources here so we can play Nick Fury. When Nick Fury enters play, choose one. We'll pick the one and draw 3 cards. 1, 2, 3. Ooh, okay. This is pretty good, actually. Do we want to... I think I want to get the confuse again with the Sonic Arrow. This is 6 damage though, but I feel the confuse here is going to be a little bit better. Let's use the Vibranium Arrow as a resource to play Hawkeye's Quiver. It's a 1-cost upgrade. And then we're going to flip up, because this is a hero action. Yeah, flipping up to hero form here. Hero action, exhaust the quiver. Search the top 5 cards of your deck for an arrow event, and then attach it face up to this card. So exhaust it, top 5 cards of your deck. Oh, okay, we got an arrow event here. Okay, so it's only one. We're going to attach this card. Is it face up to this card? Yeah, so we have the cable arrow here, and you may play arrow events attached to this card as if it's in your hand. So it's as if it's in our hand. So then we shuffle this back into our deck here. So now we have the cable arrow on demand if we need to remove threat, which I don't think I need to do. How do we get all the threat down? We could just attack her. I'm sure we're going to trigger her preps though if we do 3 attacks there. Say we swing for 3, do 3 here. Nick swings for 2. That's going to be 8 damage. Let's see. I could play both my events. Let's see, if I remove 3 threat and then I ready up with I exhaust myself to ready my bow and do 3 damage here. Nick can ping off the last threat there, so then this can be a free attack. Do I go for that? No, I want to save this for a side scheme actually, right? Yeah, okay. Let's just use a double resource here, so it can play Sonic Arrow. Okay, so it's an attack, exhaust Hawkeye's bow, and then we can confuse the enemy and then do the same thing as before. So let's confuse her. Her force interrupt whenever you attack her, discard top card, or remove threat from the main. Discard top card of the encounter deck, and there's a prep. Put this minion into play, engage with you, then resolve the attack against the aim grunt instead. Oh no! Okay, so our attack now confuses the aim grunt and then deals 3 damage to him, and he has 5 life. So that is really, really bad. Yeah, I should have done the other thing, or I should use my basic activation or something. So 3 damage on him. He's still alive there, and we wasted confuse on him. Nick will swing for 2. Let's take out the aim grunt, so he's taken out, defeated. And Nick will take constant damage. He does have guard, but he's gone now. Hawkeye's going to swing for 3 on Black Widow, trigger her prep again, move it there from the main. Discard top card of the encounter deck. Oh, another prep. Attach cards to Black Widow. Okay, so we attach it to her. She gains retaliate 1. After character you control attacks her, if no prep ability was resolved, discards card after resolving the retaliate. Okay, so we swing for 3, brings from 10 down to 7. She is going to retaliate now, so hits us back for 1. We drop down to 7 life. And then she also has +1 attack. Alright, and then we did trigger the prep here, so we don't get to remove it here. Alright, that's going to end our turn. Let's ready back up. Oh man. Oh man, oh man. Okay. That minion coming out was not good for me. Let's draw back up to your hands here, 5. And it's back to Black Widow's turn. Okay, so she's going to add 2 to the main. X equal to 2. Goes up to 4. She attacks us. Nick will block his hit with a base of 3. Gets a boost card here of 1. So 4 damage takes out Nick. Then in counter set, we get dealt 1 face down counter card, which is Master Plan. Place 4 threat on each side scheme. If there are no side schemes in play, we mill from the encounter until we get a side scheme and reveal it. So I'm glad I saved this cable arrow here. Okay, we got this side scheme here. Mad Science, hinder 2 plus 2, so it's going to have a total of 4 threat. Each main aim minion gains an acceleration icon. So currently no aim minions, but this will have 4 threat and acceleration on itself. Okay, back over to our turn here. Okay, she still has 7 life. Dang it, I think I need to play X probably, right? Let's exhaust our quiver to search the top 5 cards of our deck for arrow event. And we got another KO arrow, so that's pretty good to see. So we add this underneath here, and we shuffle these cards back into our deck. So I could go crazy with authority here. I feel like I have to go for X, though. I could thwart everything off if I wanted to. How important is that? I mean, that's just an acceleration, but each aim minion gains acceleration. I feel like I need to clear that off instead of going crazy on Black Widow here. All right, let's see. Let's go ahead and play X. So what do I want to save in this hand? I like the Quinn Carrier, so I'm going to hold on to that. We'll use 3 uses here to play Professor X. We enter play, choose one, we pick the one to confuse enemy. Let's confuse Black Widow here. Alright, then we're going to play the cable arrow as if you're in her hand. So when you pay 1 resource because it's a 1 cost here, exhaust the expert marksman, generate a wild resource for arrow event to play the cable arrow. Exhaust Hawkeye's bow, remove 3 threat from a scheme, ignoring Christ icon. So take 3 off of here. That resolves that. Hawkeye's going to, let's thwart 1 from here and defeat the side scheme. And then Professor X is going to thwart for 3 from the main, drop it down to 1. He'll take consequent damage, and that will end our turn. Let's ready back up. Alright, hold on to this Quinn Carrier and then drop back up to 5 here. We still have 2 more doubles left in the deck, so maybe we can get one of them here. Okay, we got one of them. We could also just what doesn't kill me. Well, I like Nick Fury Sr. here. Alright, it is Black Widow's turn. She's going to add 2 to the main, goes up to 3. She attacks, X blocks, hitting with a base of 3, gets a boost card here of 1, so 4 damage, takes out X. Then we get dealt 1 face down counter card. Please don't kill us. There's another side scheme here, hinder 1 plus 3. Man, the 4 threat side schemes are not good for Hawkeye. Each encounter card without a prep ability gains prep, deal 1 damage to attack character. Oh, okay, that's not good. We definitely gotta get rid of that. And it has amplify, so it's back to our turn. So now all of our cards will have a prep ability. Okay, what do we do here? Can I... Oh, man, I would love to Quinn Carrier, into the what doesn't kill me. I can't do that though because I'm short of resource unless I use Nick Fury Sr. I guess I just use him. I really don't want to use him, but because I want to play him while I'm in Alter Ego to gain a tough stats card. Because I have the shoe trait Alter Ego, but not in hero form. He can give any shoe character a tough stats card, and then flip up to hero form. But because he dies at the end of the round, so I want him to block me before he dies. But I think I just spend him here. Yeah, so let's go ahead and use 3 resources here. We gotta get set up a little bit so we can play the Quinn carrier. Play only if your Denny has Avenger trait, which you have in a hero form. We can exhaust the Quinn carrier to generate a wild resource declared to be a physical. This will be second resource. Wait, sorry guys, we gotta use our exhaust. Let's go ahead and throw for 1 from the side scheme. And then we're going to use our quiver here. So let's, first we use the quiver. So exhausted, look at the top 5 cards of the player deck. I forgot to do that. And we can attach an arrow event here. Let's put the electric arrow. It's only arrow event. Shove these cards back into our deck. And then we're gonna draw most of them up anyways. All right. Then we're going to exhaust Expert Marksman, generate a water for arrow event so we can play our cable arrow. So exhaust Hawkeye's bow and remove 3 threat from a scheme. Do I defeat this here? This goes up to 5. She schemes with a base of 2. I don't think she'll get a boost of 3. Yeah, let's just defeat the side scheme. Okay, so removing 3 threat defeats that. That resolves a cable arrow. And then we're going to exhaust this to generate a physical resource. Declare a water be physical. Second resource here, play What's and Kill Me. Hero action, the requirement is a physical to pay for it, which we did. Use heal 2 damage for hero. We go from 7 back up to our full life of 9, and then we can ready up. So I guess we just 4 for 1, right? No, we can attack for 3. And her thing, force control whenever you attack her, remove a threat from the main. Discard attack card of the encounter deck. No prep there. Awesome. Oh, she would have gotten advanced. That's really good. So we do 3 damage. She brings her from 7 down to 4. She's going to retaliate, hit us back for 1. We drop down to 8. And then since we resolved her, after character you control attacks her, if no prep ability was resolved and no prep ability was resolved, we can discard after taking retaliate, which we just took. Then we flip down to Alter Ego because we have her confused again. Let's end our turn, ready back up. All right, this is going pretty smooth, but you know, with Hawkeye, it's never safe. Let's drop back up to 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so do we have any more air events? I don't think we do. 2 cards left on the deck. Black Widow starts, she adds 2 to May, goes up to 4. She's going to scheme because we're in Alter Ego. She's confused. Then we can dealt 1 face down counter card, which is, under fire. So review the top card in the counter deck, which is going to be Night Vision Goggles attached to Black Widow. Each counter card without a prep ability gains prep, prevent all damage from this attack, and then discard the Night Vision Goggles. Okay, now under fire will search. We get another encounter card, which is Black Widow's Gauntlet again. So attached to her again, she gains retaliate 1 back, and after we attack her and we don't resolve a prep, then we can get rid of it. But we will resolve prep because Night Vision Goggles gives every card the prep keyword. All right, let's backward to our turn. All right, what do we do here? Dang it. Okay, so I probably play down an Expert Marksman here. I'm going to take Retaliate, so I could just What Doesn't Kill Me. What does the Electric Arrow do? That will stun her. What does Vibranium Arrow do? 6 damage. I want to do 6 damage. Let's flip up to hero form. We're going to exhaust the quiver. Let's look at the top 5 cards of the deck. I don't think we're out of area events, so don't get 1 there. Let's shuffle up. Doesn't matter. We're going to draw them both up next turn. Okay, so that fizzled. I would like to play the Vibranium Arrow. It does 6 damage. So if I played here, if I play this and I use this to play the Vibranium Arrow, I'm going to take a Retaliate. I'll flip Black Widow over. Her 1 root effect will put more threat though. I could also play Mockingbird. No, I can't. I'm not in a good position here. I cannot play the Vibranium Arrow this turn. I think what I have to do is stun her and get Mockingbird down. We need more survivability right here. Okay, so let's go ahead and first use a resource here to play our Expert Marksman. So now we have 2 of them down. And then, what do we do here? I can save 1 card. Which card am I saving? If I play Mockingbird here, yeah, I can save 1 card. Do we save let's save the Vibranium Arrow, I guess. And then, no, I want to save the What Doesn't Kill Me. Yeah, let's exhaust the Quick Hair, generate Wild. This would be 2 more resources, so we can play Mockingbird. The Vibranium Arrow will just go back and shuffle, and we might be able to dig for it with the Quiver. Okay, so Mockingbird has Interrupt. Whenever a villain initiates an attack against you, we can spend a resource of any type to return it back to your hand and prevent all damage from that attack. So that's like a safety. And we want to just play this Electric Arrow here, so let's exhaust both expert. Actually, wait, do I do this now? Prevent all damage from the attack. Wait, just kidding. Okay, Mockingbird is gonna swing for 2 on Black Widow. So first we trigger her Force Interrupt, remove a threat from here, and then discard top card of the encounter deck. And then there is a prep ability called, oh man, Guard. So preparation puts a minion into play, engage with you, then resolve its attack against the aimed grunt instead. So 2 attack goes on the aimed grunt. But it says here, each encounter card without a prep. Oh, so this had a printed prep, so we don't even trigger this thing. So that stays on her, and then we just hit this aimed grunt for 2. And a Mockingbird will take a consequential damage. Our Hawkeye's going to swing for 3 with our bow, giving us +1. Let's take out the grunt again. Dang it, the grunt is not good for us for a gaining tempo here. All right, and then so she's gonna prevent all damage, but that's fine. Let's go ahead and exhaust both of these to generate 2 Waterreefs for arrow event, so we can play Electric Arrow as the very inner hand. Exhaust Hawkeye's bow, stun an enemy, and do 3 damage to it. So we're gonna attack her. It has an attack keyword, so we trigger her Force Interrupt, remove that from the main, and then let's see. So discard top card of the encounter deck now. It does not have the prep keyword, so it gains the prep ability. Prevent all damage from this attack, and then discard night vision goggles. So she takes no damage, and then we discard this, but she will take the stun stats, because we can stun and do 3 damage to enemies. So she will be stunned here at least. And then she's going to retaliate us back for 1. We drop from 8 down to 7. And then now we're at a good life to play the What Doesn't Kill Me. And that will end our turn. Yeah, let's ready back up. We're going at a pretty good tempo, and I forgot to say, Mockingbird would not take the retaliate from Black Widow, because she never attacked Black Widow, she attacked that aim grunt instead. Let's draw back up to our hands here at 5. We're going to deck out, we get dealt a face down and counter card. Let's shuffle our discard pile back into deck. Alright, we're doing pretty good here. If I could just hit those Vibranium arrows. We need to hit her without her triggering her preps. Flipping her is going to be tough, I think. But we have Mockingbird to help us block an attack, though. Okay, let's draw 2 more cards, back up to her hands here at 5. 1, 2. Ooh, a double. Okay. Black Widow's turn, she's going to add 2 to the main, goes up to 4. She's going to attack us, but she is stunned here. Then we get dealt 1 face down and counter card for a total of 2. First one here is Dance of Death. Oh no, this is going to kill Mockingbird. So, okay, it says deal 1 damage to character. Okay, she did not initiate an attack, so we don't get to trigger Mockingbird's effect here. Deal 1 damage to character you control. Let's do a damage on Hawkeye. We drop from 7 down to 6, and it says deal 2 damage to second character you control. That would defeat Mockingbird, so she's gone here. And then do 3 damage to a third character you control. We don't have a third character, so that just kills her. That's a great ally killing card. Last encounter card is an Aim Abductor here. When you tuck the ally you control, we have no allies. Otherwise, so we don't have an ally, we place 2 threat on Abduct Superhumans. If it's not in play, we find it and put it into play. So Abduct Superhumans, is that a side scheme? Abduct Superhumans. Abduct Superhumans. Okay, yeah. Oh, we had that out earlier. So that's a. Oh no, we didn't. I think it came as a boost. So it would surge, but it says put it into play, so it's not reviewed, so it doesn't surge. Comes with 2 per player threat. And then as a Force Interrupt, when an ally leaves play, tuck it underneath here and place threat equal to its cost. Then place 1 acceleration token here. When defeated, put each ally tucked here into play under its owner's control. When defeated, put each ally tucked here into play. Oh, okay. All right. So back to our turn here. Oh man. Okay. So we have a minion here, and we have a Duck Superhuman. So I guess Brother Voodoo can thwart that out for us. Let's go and use our quiver first. Exhaust it. Look at top 5 cards of your deck. Come on. Don't whiff. Don't. Oh, it whiffed. No arrow events. Okay. That's not good. So we shuffle up our deck because the quiver whiffed. So we weren't able to gather an arrow event there. Yeah, things are just going way too well, so it makes sense. Brother Voodoo might be a search for an arrow event, but I'd rather tuck it under there than play Voodoo. Okay, let's see. Do I have a clean hand? I do have a pretty clean hand here, because what I can do is play Voodoo for 3, get a card to my hand, what doesn't kill me, and then play Electric Bow cleanly here. Yeah, so we'll use 3 resources here, so I can play Brother Voodoo. Whenever he enters play, search the top 5 cards of your deck for any event, add to your hand. I probably grab the What Doesn't Kill Me here because I want these other events. Well, I could, okay, if I add the Cable Arrow to my hand. No, I don't need the Thorn right now. Yeah, let's add the What Doesn't Kill Me, and then we shuffle this back up. I need the Vibranium Arrows for our massive damage, right? Hawkeye needs to do some damage later. Okay, so let's shuffle up, and then do I want to try to attack Black Widow here? Yeah, let's see what happens first with Black Widow, and we can decide later what we want to do. Okay, so the minion does not have guard, so we're going to. Actually, wait. First, Brother Voodoo is going to throw for 2. Let's defeat this side scheme here. So when defeated, put each ally tucked here into our control. We don't have any allies tucked there. Voodoo will take 2 consequent damage for thwarting. Then we're going to exhaust 2 cards here, or the expert marksman, to generate 2 wild resources for an arrow event to play our electric arrow. We're hitting Black Widow here, so it's attack. So her force interrupt, remove that from the main. Discard the top card of the encounter deck. Oh, it's a prep. Place 1 threat on each scheme. So we don't get to resolve this thing because a prep was triggered. So place 1 threat on each scheme. I'm glad we cleared out that side scheme first. And then electric arrow will stun an enemy, so we stun Black Widow, and then we do 3 damage to her. It brings from 4 down to 1. She will retaliate with this thing, so we take a damage drop down to 5 here. Okay, we're near death. Then we got to take out the aim abductor here. So let's go ahead and let's swing for 3 on the aim abductor. We're going to exhaust quick here, generate a physical resource. This will be second physical to play What's and Kill Me. Hero action, heal 2, and then ready up. And then we're going to swing for 3 again, take out the aim abductor. So he's just defeated here, has no one defeat effect. That would in turn, let's right back up. Okay, we want a confuse. If the quiver can hit for us, that would be really good. Okay, it is Black Widow's turn. She's going to add 2 to the main. It goes up to 6 now, actually. We get an advance. We probably just lose. She's going to attack us, but she's stunned. There's still one more advance in the encounter deck, I think. So, okay, it's not this. So our encounter card is hinder 2 plus 2, so 4 threat on the side scheme with a crisis. Each other encounter card gains insight 1 when reveal place 1 threat on the main scheme. So this does not have insight 1, but every other encounter card will. All right, it's back over to our turn. Okay, let's quiver here. Come on, top 5 cards of your deck for an arrow event. Okay, nice. We've got the cable arrow, which we need to do thwarting. So let's tuck the cable arrow underneath here and shuffle these cards back into our deck. Okay, that thwarting is very needed right now. We could also ignore the crisis if I want to go that route. I don't think I can afford Iron Fist here. Do I want to go on a barrage of attacks on Black Widow to remove threat from the main? I'm not sure. Okay, let's see. I want to flip Black Widow because attacking her removes threat from the main. Sonic Arrow will confuse her for me to flip down. But she gets an activation. That won't be good for me. What do I do here first? Should I thwart this out? I think I need to thwart this out first. Yeah, that's just too rough. Okay, let's thwart for 1 with Hawkeye. Take a threat off of there. Then we're going to use our cable arrow. So exhaust 1 expert marksman, generate a wild resource for arrow event to play it. Exhaust a bow and remove 3 from a scheme. Defeats a side scheme here. Okay. Then, if I want to play another arrow event, I have to ready up with the What Doesn't Kill Me. Do I thwart with Brother Voodoo here? No, I need to block, right? If I play What Doesn't Kill Me, I can play one more arrow event. Yeah, and then I think we just toss our hand for that. Do I go for the stun? I want to go for the confuse here to get another flip. Okay, so let's use 2 resources here, including a physical resource right here with Iron Fist, so we can play What Doesn't Kill Me, and the requirement is a physical. So we can heal 2, go from 7 up to 9, and we can ready back up. All right, then we're going to exhaust the Queen card, generate a wild resource. Actually, wait, we can hold on to 1 card. Yeah, let's exhaust Queen card, generate a physical resource. Extra Marksman generates a walk for arrow events, so we can play Sonic Arrow. Wait, sorry, before we do that, because the cost is to exhaust your bow, and your bows are exhausted. So with the user action quick draw, exhaust Hawkeye to read the bow. Okay, now we do that. So 2 resources here to play Sonic Arrow. We're going to attack Black Widow, so we trigger Force Interrupt, discard top, or remove that from the main, and then discard top card of the counter deck. Please no prep. No prep. Awesome. Okay, so we're going to exhaust the bow here, confuse the enemy. Let's confuse Black Widow. And then we also do 3 damage to her, which will defeat her, bring her over to her 3rd and final stage here, where she will stay confused. Her one review is to place 3 threat on the main. Oof. Okay, it goes up to 8. And then she's confused here. So she has the same force interrupt, I believe. When a character you control attacks, remove threat from the main, discard top card of the counter. Yeah, same exact thing. So we did the damage there. She now comes in with 20 life. She's going to retaliate with her gauntlets, so we take a damage. But since we finally did not resolve a prep, we can discard this card. So now that's gone. Okay, so if she gets an advance, we don't lose because we have her confused at least. And that's going to end our turn. That's right up here. So I need to find a way to do some thwarting here. Let's draw back up to 5. Let's toss the energy barrier. We need, actually, if I draw into energy, no, let's just toss it. It's fine. Let's draw back up to 5 here. Okay, we've got the cable arrow, and we got X. Okay, so I think we should be good. All right, Black Widow's turn. She's going to add, wait. Sorry, guys. She would add 3 to the main, which means we lose. So before we end our turn, we're going to have Red Voodoo Thor for 2. Drop this down to 6. He'll take constant damage, get defeated. Okay, so now it's Black Widow's turn. She's going to add 3 to the main because her stage is not 3, so X equals 3. It goes up to 9 out of 10. Okay, so we almost lost. She's going to attack us here. We may just die to this attack. Let's take it to the face. She's hitting with a base of 2. Gets a boost card here of 2, so 4 damage on Hawkeye. Brings us from 8 down to 4. Yikes. Okay, then we get that one face down counter card, which is Widow's Bite. When you are stunned, and take 1 damage. 2 of you are stunned, so we just take a damage. Drop from 4 down to 3. Okay. Oh my goodness. Okay. So we need Cable Arrow and X here for tons of thwarting. I could also attack her, which helps me. Yeah. So we're going to attack her to remove the stun. And then let me think. If I Vibranium, let's use a Quiver here. So exhaust, look at top 5 cards of your deck for an arrow event. Let's gather these arrow events here. Oof. Okay, let's get the Vibranium Arrow. And I think we get the Vibranium Arrow, right? Yeah, let's get the Vibranium Arrow. Tuck it underneath here. Shove these cards back into our deck. We're getting so close to the kill here because we have 2 Vibranium Arrows. We just need them to like launch, right? If they don't launch, then we're kind of screwed. But if they do launch, then we're really good. Okay, let's go ahead and just play the one in our hand first. Hopefully she doesn't counter it with the prep. All right, exhausting both extra marksmen for 2 resources to play Vibranium Arrow. Exhaust your bow. Here I should attack to 6 damage to the enemy. So let's hit Black Widow for 6. It's an attack, triggering her Force Interrupt after removing threat from the main. And we'll discard top card, then counter deck. Okay, no prep. Awesome. So 6 damage brings her from 20 down to 14. No retaliate, so she won't hit us back for 1. Okay, so we got her down to 14 here. Now, do I play Professor X here? I think what I do is play Daredevil because we have her on the Confused. If we stay in hero form, if she gets an advance, she doesn't kill us. But she gets like an assault, she would kill us. Man, why is the advance still in there? Is the problem. Okay, why don't we... Yeah, we need a blocker, so we play Daredevil down here. Yeah, let's hold on to this. We're exhaust quicker generate water resources. We second resource here to play Daredevil. He's gonna Thor for 2 from the main. Drop this down to 6. He'll take 2 consequent damage. All right. That winter turn. Let's right up. It's gonna come down to the wire. Don't know if we can pull this off. Do I hold on to this cable arrow, or do I want to? Yeah, that's fine because we might draw into another arrow, or we might be able to quiver into an arrow event that does damage. So hold on to this. Drop back up to 5 here. Okay, we got a double with a sonic arrow. So sonic arrow comes in clutch here. Okay, we might be able to go for a kill if she doesn't trigger a bunch of preps. Black Widow's turn. She's gonna add 3 to the main. Goes up to 9 again. She's gonna attack us. Daredevil has to block. She's hitting with a base of 2. Gets a boost here of 1. So 3 damage takes out Daredevil. Okay, I actually don't mind an advance here. And counter card. Covert Ops. You're confused. Black Widow schemes. Okay, that's okay. So we get confused. She's gonna scheme. She is confused. So the activation will not trigger, so we don't lose. The scheme is at 9 here. She has 4 cards left in the counter deck, and we know that one of them is an advance. All right, let's see. She's at 14 life. If we do all our damage, we kill her. But the question is, I don't know if we can actually do all the damage because of her preps countering us. Let's exhaust the quiver and look at the top 5 cards of your deck for an arrow event. Okay, got one. So let's add the explosive arrow here, and then we shove these cards back into our deck. Okay, what do we do here? I think I have to play X first. I really want an energy barrier, actually. Let's see. Oh, she still has an advance in the deck. So, okay. Yeah, we have to play X here. We don't need the cable arrow anymore. We're confused anyway, so I don't want to use that anyway. So let's use 3 uses here so we can play Professor X. When I just play, choose one. We'll pick the one to confuse enemy. Let's confuse Black Widow in case she somehow schemes. Let's have X go ahead and Thor for 3 from the main. Drop it down to 6. So we don't just straight up lose to that. He'll take a consequent damage. So we can't Thor because we're confused, but we can attack here. We can play 1, 2 arrow events here if we do the exhaust. So does anything... No, we don't have anything to stun her though. Oh man, I might as well use my basic activation instead of the confusing one. That's fine. Let's use a vibranium arrow. No, let's play sonic arrow first. So we'll exhaust 2 extra marksman, generates 2 resources for arrow event. Play sonic arrow. We are attacking Black Widow, so we remove that from the main with her force interrupt. Discard attack on the counter deck, which is okay. Shadow pass, so it goes through here. Exhaust the bow. Confuse enemy. She's already confused. Do 3 damage and 5 if she's already confused. So she is confused. It does 5. Brings her from 14 down to 9. We're so close, guys. Question is here, do I play the vibranium arrow or do I just swing for 3? I don't know, guys. I think, I would love to play the energy barrier so we don't die to like, extra ping damage. But if I play the vibranium arrow now, it does 6. If she blocks the attack, I think we do the vibranium arrow. Yeah, we're going to play vibranium arrow as if in her hand, exhaust Queen Care for a resource. This would be a second resource here. Wait, sorry. We have to ready up our bow because that's the cost for all of our arrow events. Quick draw, action, exhaust, Hawkeye, ready up the bow. Now we can play the vibranium arrow as if in our hand. So 2 resources to play the vibranium arrow. Here, action attack, do 6 damage to an enemy. Triggers her force interrupt. Remove threat from the main. Discard top card in the counter deck. Oh no, it's a prep. After this attack, attach this card to the attack character. Okay, that's fine. So after the attack, so we do 6 damage to Black Widow. Brings from 9 down to 3. Okay. And we got the vibranium arrow. We shot it at her. Now, after the attack, the prep ability is to attach this to your identity. We cannot attack. Hero action, exhaust a character you control to discard this card. Okay, so we can discard an ally or exhaust an ally. Okay, that will end our turn. We're gonna ready up here because there's an advancing encounter deck, so we cannot let her. We can't flip down to alter ego because if she pulls the advance after doing her regular scheme, then we will lose. So ready back up, drop back up to 5 here. If we just get Nick Fury, okay, we got Nick Fury, so we can just live a turn, we win because he's not an attack. All right, Black Widow's turn. She adds 3 to the main. It goes from 4 up to 7. She is going to attack us here. We're gonna have X blocks attack. She's hitting with a base of 2, gets a boost card here, just 1. So 3 damage. Is this an advance? So 3 damage takes up Professor X. Then she's going to deal us 1 face down counter card. She will deck out, get a permanent side, which took it to the main scheme. And we shuffle the discard pile here back in the deck. If that's an advance, we win here. Did I miscount the advances going into the discard pile is the question. Because, yeah, all right. We are shuffling. Okay, let's review the encounter card. It's not an advance, guys. Man, okay. I miscounted that. So this has Surge, though. Oh, man. Vulnerable. I'll discard whenever it's stunned or confused. While the engaged player is engaged with another minion, aim scientist cannot be attacked. If we're engaged with another minion, the scientist cannot be attacked. Okay, as acceleration, it doesn't have guard. It's going to surge. If we get an assault here, we lose. So we just can't get an assault. Come on. So it's going to surge into whatever this card is after we shuffle. All right, let's cut. Top card surges into an aim grunt with guard. Okay, that's fine actually. So we cannot attack Black Widow unless we defeat this minion. But it does not matter because we're going to use... oh, this one can't do damage. So we're going to use 4 resources here. So it can play... Actually, wait. Can we explosive arrow for fun? Oh, that's not an attack. Wait a minute. Hawkeye's going to come in super clutch here. Oh, this should have been attached to this. So right here, this says, attached character cannot attack. As a hero action, we can exhaust the character you control to discard this card. Any player may trigger this ability. So we're not going to attack here. We're going to exhaust the expert marksman to generate a water resource to play explosive arrow. It says hero action, exhaust Hawkeye's bow, and then do 3 damage to a villain and each minion engaged with you. This does not have the attack keyword. It's not attack. It will not trigger her force interrupt here. So 3 damage on Black Widow, defeats her, 3 to each minion, kills this guy. Yeah, and we didn't attack him because it says he can't be attacked with another minion here, but we're not attacking him. Explosive arrow just deals damage, killing him, and 3 to this aim grunt here as well. And then, even though we already won, we can exhaust Hawkeye to ready up the bow. And then we can use a resource here to play a second explosive arrow right here. Same exact thing, exhaust the bow and do 3 damage to the villain in each minion, defeats this aim grunt with the guard, and then 3 more damage on Black Widow, overkilling her. Yeah, that was a fun thematic matchup. I hope you guys enjoyed this one, and I'll see you guys all in the next video.